Yeah, good morning to all. In the previous classes of this about physiology, so we are discussing the plant growth and development, and also the physiology of flowering and vernalization techniques. That continue with the another one simple topic, that's a plant movement. Yes, many of you are well known that the animals are moving from one place to other place by the movement is called as a locomotion ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಆನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಲೋಕೋಮೋಷನ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎನ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್. ಡು ಯು ಥಿಂಕ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್? ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾವ? ಎನಿವನ್? ಪ್ಲಾಂಟಿಗೆ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಯಾರು ಹೇಳಿ, ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Which type of movement plant will have? Generally, this plant movement we cannot call it as a locomotion, just like the animals. It is a simple movement of the organs or the part of the plant body will involved in the movements, that we can call it as a plant movement. In plant, generally by just due to the variation in the temperature or due to the variability or the stimulation in the internal structure or variation in the chemical composition of the structure or due to the chemotactic mechanism, generally what happens in the plant sensory organs will show a some of the movement. The first time an Indian scientist called his name J.C. Bose. He has the first time to demonstrate that plant will have the movement or the living organism structure. That's by using a simple instrument called crescograph. ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಕೇಳಿದೆಲ್ಲ. ಜೆ ಸಿ ಬೋಸ್ ಅವರು ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್. ಸಸ್ಯಗಳಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಜೀವ ಇದೆ, ಅವುಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಚಲನೆಯನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿದವೆ ಅಂತ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಹಿ ಹಸ್ ಡೆಮಾನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಇಸ್ experiment on the crescograph experiment. Later it was developed by the various scientists to study the specific mechanism to elaborate the plant movement. So in that simply we will have there are different types of the plant movement occurs in the plant. That's generally the broadly the plant movement are divided into two types. These are all I have given in the notes. Just you can go through the notes, you can get the points. The plant movement are the two types, that's the vital movement and the hygroscopic movement. Hygroscopic movement is nothing but the momentum due to the changes in the water content in the different plant structure. For example, in case of the bryophyte, so in case of bryophytes ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, if the water is completely eliminated from the tissues, what happens, it will be completely round it up or it will be dry it up. Once it gets the moisture, it again the rejuvenate its structure. So that's why some of the bryophytes, just like what is that, some bryophytes will be there, no? Those are called as the sanjivini, salaginella. Those are generally referred as a sanjivini, that's a pteridophyte. So why we call this? Because of the changes in the water movement in the plant bodies. That's a hygroscopic movement. That's a very rare condition. In case of only this bryophyte and pteridophyte shows this type of movement. But exactly the plant movement occurs in a plant, that's a vital movement. That's a changes in the plant body due to the various actions. There are two types of vital movement. That's the momentum of locomotion and the momentum of curvature. Again, this momentum of locomotion that due to the some locomotory organs present in the some of the lower forms of the plant, not higher form, that's especially lower plant. That may be due to the autonomic movement, or that's generally autonomic movement is generally referred as a spontaneous movement, or due to the paratonic movement or the induced movement. Okay, the momentum of locomotion again they divide into a two types. I will go in detail in the next slides. Just I will tell you the what are the types of momentum of there. That's one is a momentum of locomotion. Under that they went into two types. That's a autonomic movement and the paratonic movement. Auto means spontaneous or sudden. That's autonomic movement that's due to the some locomotive structure just like cilia and due to the cyclosis. All these have the different types of autonomic movement. That's generally we refer it as a ciliary movement, amoeboid movement, and the cyclosis movement. These are the some common autonomic movement occurs in due to the locomotion or due to some paratonic movement. That's the induced one. That's due to the light, chemical, and the thermo. That's the phototactic, chemotactic, and the thermotactic. All these are the momentum of locomotion. Again, the momentum of curvature, that means the bending or the changes in the structure. That again two types, that's the autonomic and the paratonic, the spontaneous and induced one. Again, the autonomic movement in the curvature movement are two types, the variant movement and growth movement. Due to the variation in some structure, that's one type, so that will not much more importance. The variation due to the growth in the plant structure, so that is generally we refer as a momentum of curvature due to the growth structure in the plant. What are those? That's hyponastic, nictinastic, epinastic, nutational, and succinomutational types. Okay. Again, the paratonic movement are divided into two types. That's a tropic movement and the nastic movement. The tropic movement here, the growth of the movement that will takes place due to the different effect or the pressure on the plant. That is some may be due to the gravitational effect. That's a geotropic movement. Due to the light, phototropic movement. Thigmotropic, due to touch, that's a thigmotropic. Hydrotropic, chemotropic, and thermotropic, and the acrotropic. So these are all the different types of the growth movement due to the tropic radiation. The nastic movement. So here we will have the nastication or the structure, sudden changes. That is nictonastic, seismonastic, and the thigmonastic movement. So this is how the overview. Generally, the plant movement are two types. That's the vital and hygroscopic movement. Vital movement are momentum due to the locomotion or momentum due to the curvature. Momentum of locomotion again, that is a ciliary movement, amoeboid movement, cyclosis, or phototactic, chemotactic, and thermotactic. And the momentum of curvature again the autonomic and paratonic. And autonomic has a growth movement due to the hyponastic, nictinastic, and epinastic, and tropic movement due to the geotropism, phorotropism, thigmotropism, so etc. All this generally in examination you will have to more concentration on this paratonic movement. They will ask the question related to the explain nastic movement in plant. That time you have to be mentioned three types: nictinastic, seismonastic, and the thigmonastic. Or generally sometime will ask the tropic movement. That the tropic movement are the geotropic, phototropic, thigmotropic, hydrotropic, chemotropic, and the thermotropic movement. That you can be explained. Okay. So just I will go one by one. So what is meant by tropism? The tropism is nothing but growth towards or away from an environmental stimulus. Due to the environmental changes, the plant pot will show the some variations. Another one type that's I told, that's a nastic movement. The nastic momentum is not oriented towards or away from the environmental stimulus. So those are generally we refer as a nastic movements. That's so usually the tropism are the phototropism, geotropism, and also thigmotropism, thermotropism, etc. So if the stimulus is due to the light effect, then it is called phototropism. So if the movement of the nastic movement due to the impact of the light, generally we call it as a photonasty. That is due to the touch, then we call it as thigmonasty. So like that, there are different types of the movement occurs in the plant. Okay. That's a tropic movement. The first one I told, that's a tropic movement. That's a phototropism. Phototropism is nothing but momentum of the plant in response to the light. So generally what happens, the plants are bending towards the light sources. So if ಜನರಲಿ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರೂಟ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ರೂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ಲಿ ಜಿಯೋಟ್ರೋಪಿಕ್ ಅಂಡ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ಲಿ ಫೋಟೋಟ್ರೋಪಿಕ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಅದೇ ತರ ಶೂಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ಮಿಗೆ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಟು ದ ಫೋಟೋಟ್ರೋಪಿಕ್ ಅಂಡ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಟು ದ ಜಿಯೋಟ್ರೋಪಿಕ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಶಿಯೇಷನ್. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ they are momentum or bending towards the light sources. That momentum is generally referred as a phototropism. For example, bending of the especially the tip portion of the plant to the light sources. For you have one experiment, phototropism experiment. Just take a dark box. In that you have to be kept a potted plant. So and you have to be observed for a few days. So what happens in the potted plant? There will be a small opening is there, that's for the entry of the light. The whatever the potted plant we have kept it, they are bending towards that sources because the plant will shows the movement towards the light sources. And another one is a geotropism. The geotropism is nothing but the momentum of plant in response to the gravitational forces. That is generally we refer as a geotropism. For example, if you take the some of the seeds, you can kept in the funnel, and you have to be kept the water sources below that. Generally, what happens? Whatever the radical first formed, they are moving towards the water resources. Generally, we call it as a geotropism, or even sometimes we call it as a hydrotropism also. That means the momentum towards the water resources. Then next is chemotropism. That's a chemotropism is nothing but the momentum towards the generally the momentum towards the chemical substances. That's a chemotropism. So this is how actually plant. That's the sunflower is a best example for the phototropism, and this is now bending towards the light resources. It's a phototropism. And next one is that this is geotropism. That's a gravitational movement, and especially in case of the axons, they will at the tip. Already I told in the previous classes, the axon shows the momentum bending towards the tip region will be generally accumulating the tip of the root or the shoot. What happens when they will started to growth of this tip structure? They are moving towards the light resources. And cell elongation, this is how actually the effect will be takes place, and this is an experiment to demonstrate the phototropism in plant by the Darwin. That's I have explained in the hormone itself. That's the axons hormone, and also by the Vent experiment. This is also shows the plant are moving towards the light resources. Geotropism, for the geotropism, that's positive and negative geotropism will be there. That was explained by an instrument called clinostat. This is a clinostat instrument. Generally we will put the potted plant to that clinostat instrument. What happens? So if you put a like this, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಿಸಿದಲ್ಲಿ ಚಿತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ತರ ಪಾಟೆಡ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ನ ಜಿಯೋಟ್ರೋಪಿಸಮ್ ಕ್ಲಿನೋಸ್ಟಾಟ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ದೀಸ್ ರೂಟ್ ಆರ್ ಅಗೈನ್ ಬೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಟುವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ದ ಜಿಯೋಟ್ರೋಪಿಕಲ್ ಪ್ರೆಸರ್, ಬೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಡೌನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಗ್ರಾವಿಟೇಷನಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸಸ್. ಓಕೆ, and this is how actually occurs in the nature. Thigmotropism, that is due to the touch. So usually what happens in the weak plant, especially Cucurbitaceae members or in Pisum plant, what happens? So they are whatever the tendril is there, if they touch any object, what happens? The complete tendril will scroll with that particular object. That is a thigmo. Thigmo means touch. Hydrotropism, that's the movement towards the water resources. The best example, if you soak the seeds in the soil, what happens? Whatever the root is there, they are moving towards the water resources. Chemotropism, that's moving towards the chemical substances. Best example in that's usually fertilizers. If you put the fertilizers, the root will move towards that particular regions. Even the chemotropism, that's the best example in case of the pollen mechanism, that's usually occur in case of the plant. The next is the nastic movement. This is a hyponastic movement. hyponasty, and this is the epinasty. That's the opening of the flower bud. When the flower bud opens, what happens? The all petal are bending towards the base side. That's an example for the epinasty. That means due to the accumulation of a more pressure on the upper surfaces, generally what happens? They will bending downwards. Okay, so if it is closed due to the hyponasty, inside pressure ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ, that will help to the closing of the flowers or the plant leaves. Sometimes if you look at some of the leguminous plant, what happens in the early morning, they will be open. Due to the sunlight, they will be naturally opens. So again in the evening, that will be naturally closes. That is due to the variation in the light. That's the hyponasty due to the variation, that's due to the light effects. Epinastic movement and hyponastic movement in the plant. And the seismonastic. Seismo means actually due to the current, short current, especially in Mimosa pudica. What happens when we touch that plant? The whatever the current or the pressure existed, electric pressure existed on the leaf surfaces, suddenly it will start to close. That type of movement is called as a seismonastic movement. Okay, that commonly occurs in Mimosa. This is how actually occurs. The leaf, this pulvinous base is there, and this leaflet. So when the pressure is exerted on the wall, naturally it will start to folding. Okay. So now we'll touch ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, suddenly pressure will be created, it will be completely close it out. After some time again it will be reuniting a normal status. That's a seismonastic movement. These are the general effect how actually occurs in case of the Mimosa pudica. And just go to the next one. This is the nastic movement. That's the inducible movement. That's a tropic movement, phototropism, geotropism, chemotropism, and also tactic movement. That's a phototactic movement, chemotactic, and thermonastic movement. And in the nastic movement, you will find the seismonastic, chemonastic, and the nictic-nastic movement. So this is some of the algae you can show this type of ciliary movement or etc. And curvature movement what we studied, and the nastic movement. So just look at in case of the pteridophytes. So you can find the circinate vernation. This is an best example for the nastic movement. Circinate vernation. Momentum of the variations, variation in the chemical structure, so that you can be find it out. Induced movement usually generally they require the outer pressure for the induction in the plant. This was I explained. That's a phototropism, geotropism, hydrotropism, chemotropism. The chemotactic, phototactics. The phototactic is nothing but the, I told, the momentum of the plant pot due to the light effect. That's a phototactic movement. And the thermotactic movement due to the variation in the temperature. Effect of the temperature, what happens, the stimulation in the plant will be takes place. That's when will be referred to thermotactic movement. The nastic movement, that's usually the thermonastic movement, and that is due to the warming changes, and also the seismonastic movement and the chemonastic movement. That's the chemonastic occur in case of the some of the Drosera. So many of you have seen this Drosera plant as a insectivorous plant. So here what happens, that chemotactic movement, the variation movement occurs due to the chemical stimulus. So this is seismonastic movement of actually occur in case of the plant. Okay. So this is how the complete general account on the momentum of the plant in case of the various types. That's simply generally the plant movement are broadly categorized into the two types. That's the vital movement and the hygroscopic movement. Under that you will have a find momentum of locomotion and momentum of curvature. Under that you can find the induced movement. That's tactic movement and the autonomic movement, ciliary, amoeboid and cyclosis movement. and phototaxic, chemotaxic and thermostatic moment. And under the momentum of curvature, you will find again two types. That's autonomic curvature moment and paratonic curvature moment. In the autonomic curvature moment, you will find the variation in the moment, and due to the variation in the growth structure you can find, under that you can find the hyponastic, nyctinastic, epinastic, nutational moment. So you will not much more concentrate on these. The very important movement, that's a paratonic movement. In the curvature movement, that's a paratonic movement. Paratonic movement is nothing but the induced movement. There are again two types. That's a tropic movement, that is due to the growth movement, and the nastic movement, that is due to the variations in the structure movement. So in the tropic movement, again there are different types. That's a geotropic, phototropic, thigmotropic, hydrotropic, chemotropic and thermotropic movement. In the nastic movement also you can find three types: nyctinastic, seismotactic and the thigmostactic. Geotropism is a best example. That's a growth of the plant, that we will study in an instrument called clinostat. Phototropic movement studied by the phototropic chamber, that's a heliotropic movement ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. That heliotropic chamber generally used for the phototropic movement studies, and hydrotropic movement studied by the momentum of the root towards the water resources. Chemotropic movement will be studied by the momentum of the root towards the fertilizer resources. So like that, in the nyctinastic movement you can find the variations in the some chemical structures, and also thigmonastic, that's due to the touch movement, and also the chemical changes, and seismonastics, that's changes in the variations, that is stimulation, especially mimosa pudica. So that you have to be explained in the nastic movement. So example the ಎರಡು movement very important, that's the tropic movement and also the nastic movement, that you have to be explained with the examples, that you should be known very well.